This is the new Smart #3 and it's a follow-up to the #1. It's bigger, but it's also fully electric. And what we have here is the top of the range sporty Brabus edition. And it has some supercar rivaling performance. It goes on sale for this Brabus at about €56,000. So it goes up against performance variants of the Tesla Model 3, the Polestar 2 and the Cupra Born. Now Smart is a relative newcomer to the Irish new car market, so is it good enough to stand out? Well, that's what I want to find out in this video. I'm Caroline and this is the Carzone YouTube channel. Remember, you can find more cars for sale over on Carzone.ie, Ireland's trusted motoring marketplace. Please give this video a like and please hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. This is longer, wider and lower than a #1. So it has this sleeker and sportier stance, a bit more of a coupe crossover. And I have to say I really like the look of this new #3. It's still very recognisable as a Smart, so you've got that big full width light bar and those very cool LED headlights. There are a range of trim levels available. This of course is the Brabus, so it gets the sportiest look of all the different models. You've got this big vent here in the bonnet, some more red trim, a front splitter. And this is an absolute powerhouse. It's dual motor, 428 horsepower, and we're going to put that to the test later. The standard wheel size is 19-inch and the Brabus sits on 20-inch with this sportier design. You've also got red brake calipers. You can get this bi-tone colour option, so this one has the black contrast roof and it does have that kind of crossover styling. So you've got that little bit of ride height and also that cladding there around the wheel arches and the lower sill. It is quite premium in its design, so things like these flush door handles that pop out and also the frameless doors, really like those. And towards the rear you have this very elegant sloping roofline. And it's very distinct here at the back as well. You've got this very stylish full width light bar and of course more red trim because it's the Brabus. And if you're wondering how you open the boot, the button is hidden here in the A. It opens to reveal 370 litres. So that's bigger than the boot in the #1 and you've got this wider opening as well, so it's going to be a bit more practical. In terms of the volume, it's quite similar to, let's say, the Cupra Born. It's not massive, it is quite shallow. You're not going to be able to stack loads and loads of things in here, but you will get a few suitcases in there or a few bags of shopping. There's also some underfloor storage here where you can tuck away the charging cables. It's got a cover. And you can also let down those rear seats 60-40. So really it depends on your needs whether this will work or not, but definitely more practical than the #1. It's very spacious here in the back of the #3. There's loads of legroom for adults and headroom as well. Lots of practical features. You've got pockets in the back of those seats, door bins, there's vents, USB-C ports, and there's also an armrest here with cup holders and the hatch opens through to the boot. There's Isofix on the two outer seats and also the front passenger seat, and that glass roof actually comes as standard. Now there's no cover for it or blind, but it is tinted, so there is some protection from the sun as well. The #3 gets a very smart and upmarket cabin. It also feels very sporty in here. It is the Brabus, of course. So you've got nice red trim throughout the cabin. There is also this heated Alcantara steering wheel and these gorgeous sports seats. They're leather and suede style. They are heated, they're ventilated. They've also got a memory function and power adjustment. The fit and finish of the cabin is also really very good. You get this slim digital driver display and this big touchscreen, just like in #1. It's very bright and colourful. There are a lot of menus in this. It does look quite busy at first, but gradually you find your way around it. Even from driving #1 and now getting back into #3, I do find myself a bit more familiar with this system this time. Now, there is still a heavy reliance on touch control, so that is something that you'd have to be comfortable with. So, for example, the ventilation, and some of those icons are quite small to use on the go. But you do have shortcut buttons underneath, so you can pull up menus quickly. It also has wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Onto here, there's a small storage space and it's chilled. We have cup holders in here, and this is where you have USB-C ports and also the wireless smartphone charging pad. And just like in #1, there's a little avatar to act as a personal assistant via voice control. It's a fox in the #1, and in the #3, it's a little cheetah. Can you open the window?
Okay, opening the front right window.
The Brabus gets a 62 kilowatt hour battery. That's a lithium ion battery, and that's the usable capacity. So that will get you a range up to 415 kilometers measured by WLTP. When it comes to charging, you get 22 kilowatt AC charging as standard, which is great, particularly in public charging, because you can make the most of those more plentiful 22 kilowatt chargers that you'll find in Irish towns and cities. When it comes to DC fast charging, that's up to 150 kilowatt. That's pretty standard. You'll get from a 10 to 80% charge in about 30 minutes. Brabus gets the top of the range dual motor setup, so it's all the power and all the torque. It's 428 horsepower, 543 newton meters of torque, so it's a lot of power and torque in a hatchback like this. The straight line performance is absolutely incredible. This car is so quick. So 0 to 100 is 3.7 seconds. That's not far off the Tesla Model 3 performance. It does it in about 3.1 seconds. So it's more than enough power for anyone. It really is so impressive. There are a few different driving modes as well. There is a comfort mode, there's sport, there's Brabus, which is the maximum attack mode. There's also this virtual engine note to enhance your driving experience. And there's a few different tunes for that as well that you can choose. You can find your favorite, or you can just turn it off, because not everybody likes having that fake noise in the background, but I do. I think it adds to the experience of driving the car, and it is a really very sharp handling electric hatchback style vehicle. It's so impressive, the turn-in, the way it turns into the corner, and so much grip as well. So you can kind of point and shoot at corners. It's just really good. A lot of stability as well, because it's a wider car than, let's say, #1. So it really does handle the road well. When it comes to comfort and refinement, it is a hushed cabin, but I did find at high speeds on the motorway there was quite a lot of road noise, but not something that would put me off the car. And comfort wise, it's good. It's got a nice ride quality. There is a little bit of firmness to it, but you kind of expect that from a car with a more performance bias. It kind of adds to the atmosphere and never gets too uncomfortable either. There is regenerative braking. There are 3 different settings for that. You adjust that through the screen. I think I would like to have paddles here behind the steering wheel to do that, rather than have to go into the screen. There's also 1 pedal driving, so you can control the car using just your accelerator, and lots of people like that in an electric vehicle, so it's good that this has it. There's also a rocket launch setting, so you can do your launch control as well. The official range for this Brabus model is up to 415 kilometers. So there is a bit of a compromise there, because it's the dual motor setup. So the single motor versions, the best will get you up to 455 kilometers. So it's not too much of a compromise, but it is worth noting. And when it comes to efficiency, that will vary depending on how you drive this. So maximum attack mode, I've seen about 20 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. Now that would translate to just about 310 kilometers on a single battery charge. But you will get better efficiency when you just drive in a more relaxed manner. So my average at the moment is about 18.8 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. So it's not too bad. It's not super efficient, but it is a performance car, so that is decent enough. So altogether, I have to say #3, it's a really fun and exciting electric car to drive. It's definitely one of the best if you're looking for something that's sharp to drive, but also it has that upmarket feel, it's comfortable and it's reasonably refined as well. Just beware that you are going to have to compromise some range for this performance dual motor setup. So what do we make of the Smart #3? Well, I do think Smart has got the styling of this spot on, and I love that it's more practical and grown up than the #1, but it still has loads of charm and a great quality interior. The Brabus has incredible performance. The straight line speed of this is just amazing, and it's really sharp to drive as well. Now it all does come at a cost, and the range is compromised because of that performance. That is worth knowing, but altogether I do think this is one of the most desirable electric cars on sale. If you'd like to find your own Smart #3, head over to Carzone.ie, Ireland's trusted motoring marketplace. Please give this video a like and please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.